Hi, my name is Jo. Good morning. My name is Jo Evans and I'm a Business Engagement Advisor working for Careers Wales. I would like to thank and welcome Rachel from Wales and West Utilities and her team of apprentices this morning. We have Jack, John and Katie, and I'd like to welcome them to the webinar. We will do our best to answer any questions that you type in at the end, and you can direct them then to any member of the team. Enjoy the webinar, and now it's over to you, Rachel.
Thank you very much. So I'm Rachel Jones, I'm Programme Manager at Wales and West Utilities. Very pleased to be here today and talking to the schools across Wales about careers in engineering and careers at Wales and West Utilities. I'm really happy that 3 of our current apprentices could join me today. I've got Katie Gelbert, John McGowan and Jack Thorne here with me today. We're looking forward to answering some of your questions at the end of the webinar. We're going to start this webinar with 3 short video clips of some of our current apprentices. They'll be talking about their experience of an apprenticeship at Wales and West Utilities and an apprenticeship in engineering. This was filmed at our purpose-built training academy, which is in Treforest, just outside of Cardiff, where a lot of our operational colleagues carry out technical training.
I'm Joseph Jones, I'm 22 and I'm from Port Talbot in South Wales. My favourite thing of working with Wales and West Utilities is just being able to work outdoors and being able to face different challenges on a day-to-day basis. You know, the job is never the same day in, day out. It's always something different. This is a company where they invest a lot of time and money into you, so you know you're learning and you're getting paid at the same time. The qualifications that you're coming out with are second to none. If I was to pass on any advice to anyone who's thinking about applying, I wouldn't think twice. Reason being is you've got so much support from other apprentices, you've got so much support from management. I can't see why you wouldn't apply.
Hi, I'm Katie Gelbert, I'm 25 years old and I'm from Cornwall. So I'm on my 3rd year of the Build and Replace apprenticeship programme, which basically means I look after all the pipes that are below ground, which supply 7.5 million people. I applied for the apprenticeship programme for Wales and West because my dad has been in the industry for 39 years. I've known it all my life and I've known that it has really good career prospects. And it's an interesting and rewarding job. And also a really good point is that you can earn whilst you're learning. One of my favourite parts about being an apprentice for Wales and West Utilities is that I get to work as part of a team, as well as I get to meet a whole variety of people ranging from Wales to the southwest of England. At the moment, my long-term career goal is to become a first-line manager. But I know that there are a lot of career prospects, so I want to push myself to my best ability. To anyone who's thinking about applying to be an apprentice for Wales and West Utilities, I would advise you to go for it. Being a female in a traditionally male-dominated industry, it's daunting at the start, but the company will look after you. It's a great company to work for, and it's the best decision that I've made.
I'm Neva Anderson, I'm 19 and I'm from Truro in Cornwall. I'm doing the Network Services Mechanical Apprenticeship. I chose the Wales and West Apprenticeship programme because I enjoy working outside. I spend a day at college and I spend the rest of the week out on patch getting hands-on skills. I'm getting paid to learn and I'm still getting all the same qualifications that I would have done while going to college or university. My long-term career goals are to first become a craftsperson after I qualify, and then when the position becomes available, a technician. Wales and West Utilities is a great company to work for as they support you through all the work you're doing. To anyone thinking of applying to the Wales and West Utilities Apprenticeship Programme, I would say to do it because it's a great opportunity and you get to learn while you're paid.
Hopefully that gave you a little bit of an insight into some of the experiences our current apprentices are with different apprenticeship programmes we can offer and why they chose a career in engineering. So now I'd firstly like to introduce who we are and what we do. You may not know who we are, but the chances are we are already connected. So if you use gas to heat the water for your shower this morning, or if you use gas to cook your dinner last night, the gas would have been delivered to your homes via our pipes. So we're the gas emergency and pipeline service that covers all of Wales and the southwest of England. So that's from Colwyn Bay in North Wales all the way down to Cornwall and across to Swindon. We cover a sixth of the UK. We feed 2.5 million homes and businesses with gas, and that covers 7.5 million customers. So we don't sell gas, but we use our vast network of pipes to transport the gas to you safely. We look after 35,000 kilometres of pipes, which, to put into perspective, if you put them all end to end, would take you all the way to New Zealand and back. So it's a massive network, and it's a very big responsibility, but it's one we're very proud to have. So keeping our 2.5 million customers safe remains our priority, and all of this needs a lot of people. So we currently employ around 1,570 people and around 600 contractors. Around 400 are based at our head office in Newport, and the rest are across Wales and the southwest of England. So since 2005, we've recruited more than 170 apprentices into our engineering apprenticeships. The majority of which are still with us, and most of these apprentices now are now in management or senior roles. We really do see apprentices as the future of our business, the future managers and the future leaders. In fact, 2 of our current executive directors started on the same day 40 years ago as apprentices and have now progressed their careers to where they are today. So we're proud to have been awarded the prize of Best Apprenticeship Scheme at the 2017 People Management Awards, which we're very proud of as a massive achievement for us and our scheme. Our apprenticeships offer learners of any age and any qualifications the opportunity to earn money from day one whilst developing their skills, qualification and a career to suit them. We've worked hard to become an employer of choice, someone people actually aspire to work for, and we've recently been awarded a silver accreditation by the Investors in People. This puts us amongst the top employers in the UK to work for, and we've got a very low rate of people who actually choose to leave us each year, and a lot of family referrals. In fact, 2 of my colleagues sitting next to me here have got family within the business or the industry. And it's great to see sons and daughters applying because their parents or other family members work with us. It just shows that we're a great company to work for. So if you joined us, what could you expect if you joined an apprenticeship with Wales and West Utilities? So you'd have a starting salary of £15,823, which could increase to £28,768 when you finish your apprenticeship. And that's when you're fully qualified, which usually takes around 2.5 to 3 years. So to put that into perspective, for some school leavers, by the time you're leaving school, by the time you complete your apprenticeship at the age of 20, you could be earning nearly £30,000. Your salary will increase when you meet certain milestones across your apprenticeship, which are usually qualifications. And these vary then according to which area of the business you enter. We also carry out annual pay reviews too, which may increase your annual salary. You'll receive 25 days annual leave each year, plus bank holidays, which can be taken in agreement with the managers. You'll join our excellent defined contribution pension scheme, where we will double your contribution to your pension pot up to 8% of your total salary. Meaning, for example, if you pay £600 into your pension pot every year, we'll add £1,200 at no cost to you. Now, I'm sure at this stage of your still in education, or you're thinking about your careers now, a pension is probably the last thing on your mind, but it is important to consider now, even though you're a long way from receiving your pension. We've also got a flexible benefit scheme available to all of our colleagues, which helps you money go further by saving money on meals out and experience days and healthcare plans. That's the kind of rewards that you get, but that is also in alongside developing your career, having the qualifications and becoming a fully qualified gas engineer, of course. So we've got 3 main apprenticeship opportunities at Wales and West Utilities. This is where we've historically taken in our apprentices. They're all based in our operational teams, and they're all primarily engineering based across Wales and the southwest of England, and we are actually recruiting now, and I'll supply some further details at the end of this webinar if you are interested in applying. So first, I'd like to go through is the Build and Repair Apprenticeship. So the qualification that you work towards here is a level 2 MVQ in the gas industry, network construction operations. And you may also have the opportunity to progress this qualification to level 3 as well. So these teams look after the underground pipes that supply the gas in your street and to your home. They're responsible for responding to gas emergencies. So these could be gas escapes on these underground pipes. So their job is to locate the escape, repair it safely and efficiently, and protecting members of the public. This role is ideal for someone who enjoys working outdoors and is part of a team. If you were to join this apprenticeship, your time would be split between our purpose-built training academy, which you saw briefly in some of the videos earlier, which is in Treforest, South Wales. Now, if you don't live locally, we'll put you up in a hotel for the period that you're at the training academy, and you'll also combine that with being out on the patch, getting real job experience with our team of engineers. For this apprenticeship, no previous qualifications are required, although you will need to have a full driving licence by the time you complete your apprenticeship. For us, it's more important that we get the right type of person. We feel strongly that we can teach skills and qualifications, but we want the right type of person joining Wales and West Utilities. The next apprenticeship opportunity that we've got at the minute is network services, mechanical engineering. So in this apprenticeship, you will train towards getting a level 3 NVQ diploma in engineering maintenance, specialising in mechanical. As part of that, you'll also get a level 2 NVQ in performing engineering operations and a BTEC level 3 diploma in engineering. So this team, the mechanical engineering side of our network services team, they look after the gas pressure control equipment throughout our network. So this equipment reduces gas from the high pressures in the massive pipelines that travel across the countryside to the low pressure gas that we use in our homes and businesses. They also ensure our high pressure pipelines are protected, making sure no one works around them. And this may not sound very interesting, but some of them actually, we survey these pipes using helicopters. So we fly over some of our large pipelines and our engineers then assess if anyone's working close to them. So if you're interested in this apprenticeship, an interest in mechanical engineering is obviously important, and you must be able to work on your own as part of a team. These apprentices split their time between local colleges and then their local depot, where they get job experience with our skilled engineers. And the third apprenticeship opportunity available at the minute is again in our network services team, but this time specialising in electrical and instrumentation. It's very similar to our mechanical and engineering apprenticeship, but obviously focused towards the electrical side of things. So they train towards a level 3 NVQ diploma in engineering maintenance, specialising in electrical. They also complete a level 2 NVQ in performing engineering operations and a level 3 diploma in engineering. So our electrical and instrumentation colleagues are responsible for the electrical control systems in our network. So these systems are critical to ensure that we keep the gas flowing safely where we need it, when we need to increase pressure and directing it to certain parts of our network. These systems allow us to move the gas around the network as required and monitor pressures in the gas pipes from our 24-hour control room based at our head office in Newport. It's an extremely vital role that these teams play. We need to make sure we know exactly what gas is feeding our network to make sure we keep all of our customers safe and warm. If you wanted to join this role, you'll need to enjoy methodical thinking and using and developing innovative technologies. These apprentices also split their time between local colleges and then being out on patch with our team of engineers to get career experience. So could it be you? If you're interested in one of our apprenticeships or interested in joining Wales and West Utilities, we're looking for people who share the same values as us and want to develop their career. As I mentioned earlier, we strongly feel that we can always give someone qualifications and give someone the skills, but you can't change the type of person someone is. And we've got 4 values that are very important to us. And all of our recruitment is based around 4 values, and it defines everything we do in our day-to-day jobs. So we put customers first. Now this means we give excellent service to all of our customers. Now that could be my fellow colleagues, that could be an external customer, or an external partner. And in your case, in schools, for example, if you were considering who your customers were, that could be fellow pupils or teachers. We listen to our customers and act on what they tell us. We bring energy, so we approach all of our work with enthusiasm. We challenge ourselves to do better, and we embrace new ideas and innovative technologies and solutions. We work as a team. Now, teamwork is very, very important to us. We couldn't do some business in isolation. We have to rely on teams. We build relationships with colleagues and partners to share the best way of doing things, and we encourage honest conversations between different teams. And we take pride. So we take ownership in our work, and we're responsible for our own work. We go above and beyond to get great results. Now, if you think this sounds like you, then you could join our team. So we've got a short video next, which hopefully puts these values into their perspective in real life for you.
We work together to develop our ambition, priorities and values, making them relevant to the jobs we all do every day. It's important to all of us that we live our values. Pride.
Energy.
Teamwork. Customers.
We use our priorities and values in everything we do, and our ideas have been developed into our own set of behaviours. They're practical, everyday actions that are central to how we work, showing us how we can maintain our award-winning reputation by keeping our values at the heart of everything we do.
Let's take a closer look.
We build trust by giving excellent service, listening to our customers and taking action. We put customers first.
We take ownership of our work, going above and beyond to get great results. We take pride.
We build relationships with colleagues and partners, sharing best practice and encouraging honest, open conversations. We work as a team.
We tackle every day with enthusiasm, always challenge ourselves to do better by embracing new ideas and innovative solutions.
We bring energy.
You might be thinking, why does this matter to me?
Because every little action matters to everyone. We should never knowingly walk past bad behaviour.
Because these behaviours apply to us all, including our contractors.
And because they're real-life foundation of our ambition, priorities and values.
They give clear, everyday examples of how to behave at work.
They improve your own and your team's performance, boosting the whole business. They help us all build and strengthen relationships, internally and externally.
They help us think about how behaviour affects performance, either positively or negatively.
And they help us review our performance too.
These behaviours have been created by us, for us. If we live them together, every single one of us will benefit every day. We'll deliver better outcomes for our customers and our stakeholders. Practical, achievable actions that we can all build into the way that we work.
They outline our expectations of each other at work and support us, so we're all working together for the same goal.
So we're all living our values.
Every day.
Every action.
Everyone.
So hopefully that puts some of our values into perspective for you. They really do define everything we do, and we are a very strong values-based organisation. So if you are interested in joining us and joining our apprenticeship programme, applications are live now at the minute. So you can apply via our website, and the address is there, which will be available after this webinar is finished as well. If you go onto our website and search apprenticeships, you'll find more information there about each of the 3 different apprenticeships. So if you were interested in applying, the closing date is the 15th of January 2019. What you'll need to do is complete a short application form. Now, my top tip for you completing this application form would be to really consider our values in it. Make yourself stand out by giving us real examples of how you live our values. There'll be 4 elements there, and we'll ask you to display and demonstrate how you put customers first, how you bring energy, how you work as a team, and how you take pride in your work. So there'll be 4 boxes. Make sure you give us some real life examples of how they apply to you. And if you've got any questions, by all means, you can always get in touch with us after if you need to know more about our apprenticeships. So now, we'd like to maybe speak to some of our current apprentices, and hopefully we can give you a little bit of an insight into their career path so far, why they chose engineering, so they can share a bit of experience with you. So the first question I'd like to ask my colleagues is, when and why did you decide on a career in engineering?
I'll go. So about 3 years ago, I applied for the apprenticeship. I knew about Wales and West all my life because my dad's been in the industry. He did an apprenticeship like 20 or, no, it would be like 30, 40 years ago. And I know it's a really good job to have. It's a good career and you're set for life as well. So that's where I went into the engineering side.
I wanted to get in the industry about 10 years ago. I found it quite hard to get in. Luckily, I've seen the apprenticeship 3 years ago, applied for it, and was lucky enough to be given the opportunity. I've really enjoyed it since. So yeah, it's been really good for me.
As I'm only 20, after school, I always wanted to get a trade of some sort. Didn't really know what exactly, so I tried plumbing. That didn't work out for me. I seen the Wales and West Utilities apprenticeship advertised, and it looked like a massive opportunity for me to progress in my career. I also have family in the company, so I know what good life it can actually give you.
Thank you. So, did you have a career path in mind?
I didn't originally. I just wanted to get on to the company, and I didn't know massive amounts, but you soon start to learn, and I just basically went from there, and the opportunities come your way, so you get to learn. And I just say get to the company, and there's so many opportunities, there's different directions you could go.
I never had a career path at all, really. I always wanted to change gas and electric meters. I've had experience working with reading gas and electric meters, but now I'm in this role. I have a clear path of where and what I want to go with Wales and West Utilities.
For me, no, not really. When I was younger, I always wanted to be a professional footballer. That didn't really work out for me. So I got a trade of some sort, and now I'm in the gas industry. I've never looked back.
Thank you. So what qualifications did you leave school with?
I left school with some GCSEs, and then I went on to do some A-levels because I wasn't sure where I was going to go. But I actually got this job, and they actually put you through some other qualifications as well, alongside maths, English, and IT.
I passed all my GCSEs at school, and then went into the NVQ level 2, sport and recreation. Then found unsociable hours and a lack of pay, a reason to change job.
I got a C in English. However, in school, I didn't leave that many GCSEs. I didn't really know exactly what I'm going to do. However, applying for Wales and West Utilities, it's helpful if you have them, but it's not essential, and you can still be the best. You can still progress in your career without them.
Okay, thank you. Just to add to that, we feel that the right type of person, I know I'm repeating myself here, but the right type of person is more important than the qualifications or any training that they have. We feel very strongly that we can teach skills, we can give qualifications, but we want the right type of person. So really our apprenticeships are open to those who've got 10 GCSEs or no GCSEs. If you're the right type of person and you're interested in engineering, then they are for you, just to add to that. So what advice would you guys give to someone applying for their first job?
I would say don't be afraid and don't just get involved. If you're interested, don't feel like you don't have any experience or anything, because that's what you're going to do. You're going to learn everything from scratch, and it's like what Rachel says. You need to be the right type of person. So if you're up for it, definitely go and do it.
Yeah, I'd be positive and really learn how to sell yourself.
To add on from that, I'd also say be positive, but understand the values and standards as well when you're applying for it, because that's like an important factor in this company, and we thrive on the values and standards.
And it's the same really with any company that we're applying for. My advice would be understand the company that you're applying for, do a little bit of research on them, find out what is important to that individual company, and make sure you reference that in your application. So tailor your application to whatever company you're interested in. So I think we have got one question. It's probably a little bit of a curveball now, but what has been the biggest challenge, perhaps, going from your previous experience, whether that's full-time education or other roles, to employment and being on an apprenticeship?
For me, I wasn't in education. I did some travelling and some other jobs as well before I got this job. And I'd say the biggest challenge is, for me, I had to go back to education. So just starting to learn how to learn. But if you come from school, you already got it, so you're all right.
Well, when I first left education, I think the main things I struggled with was dealing with co-workers who were a lot older and thought they knew everything and that their ideas were always the best. But you just got to stay positive, keep putting your input in, and then they'll learn to appreciate what you can bring to the table.
Have you found that at Wilson?
Oh, of course.
Well, when I left school, I'd done not an apprenticeship, I'd done plumbing at college, and then went from there to basically joining this apprenticeship. So it's kind of always been like in education sort of thing. When you're working on the tools, it's a lot different to the education side of it. It's a lot more hands-on. You have a lot more responsibility.
Thank you. I think we've been handed a few questions now to answer.
Yeah.
We've got a few questions.
Okay, the first question is, what skills are you looking for?
So, for apprentices, I briefly mentioned it earlier, but we don't, for our building repair apprentices, we don't need any qualifications if you're interested in that. Like I said, we're more interested in the type of person you are. You don't need any qualifications or experience, because we can provide all of that for you. With our network services, the mechanical and the electrical and instrumentation apprenticeships, you will need 5 GCSEs, including C and above in maths, English and science. But again, all of the technical skills, all of the your experience, we will provide that. Another note as well, by the end of your apprenticeship, we will expect you to have a full driving licence. But you know, that's 3 years away. But to actually join the apprenticeship programme, other than the network services apprentices, we don't need any qualifications or skills. We just want the right type of person.
Can you apply for apprenticeship if you're still in school? So if you're still in year 11 now, are you able to apply in January?
Yes, you are. Yeah. We welcome any applications really for people who are looking at leaving school next year and perhaps considering then going on to an apprenticeship as opposed to university. Our apprenticeships actually start next September. So it's kind of in line with your school anyway. If you finished in the summer, you can apply now by all means, and a lot of people do. Our recruitment window now is going to be between now and April, and we're working around exam dates, to make sure that we don't interrupt that. Hopefully you'll know whether you've been successful then by April, and then we'll be in touch throughout the summer with a few events. Your family will be invited to come and meet us all and meet some key senior people within Wales and West Utilities. You'll come and do an induction week in the summer, and then you'll start your apprenticeship then in September.
Can you take part in work experience at Wales and West Utilities?
Yes, we are open to that. Arrange that via myself, you can, or via Careers Wales. We do offer work experience placements. Obviously, it's a safety. Safety is our priority. But by all means, we do offer work experience, and if there's an appetite and people are interested, they're welcome to get in touch with me.
I'd like to take the opportunity of asking if there's any more questions from any of the schools. If you'd like to come through quickly, because we're nearly out of time. If you have any questions. If not, if you'd like to go through to your coordinators of schools or your careers advisors, and we can get those questions answered for you. I'd like to take the opportunity before my time runs out now to thank Rachel, Wales and West Utilities, and her team of apprentices as well for all your time today in what I think you'll all agree has been a very informative webinar. I've certainly learned some new things about Wales and West Utilities today, and it's been a pleasure working with them to try and plan the event as well. I'd like to thank Claire for all her hard work as well, because she's been instrumental. And this webinar has been recorded, as has been said previously, and can be found on the Careers Wales YouTube channel. So anytime you'd like to go back, you can actually play it all again. I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and any questions, like I said, go through to your careers advisors, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.